Mr. Gerald C. Hoffberger, the chairman of the board of the Baltimore Ball Club. Now Andy giving... The leadoff man for the Red Sox is on. Smith gets a walk. And that will bring to the plate.
And when I went over to get the lineups, why, McNally was going over his.
Curveball hit to left for a base hit. Smitty to second and holding, and the Red Sox get the first two men aboard as Mike Andrews singles into left field, and the batter now will be Carl Yus. There's a base hit. Smith coming around third base as Blair fields the ball. Andrews going to third. Yes, trying for second. He's safe there, and the Red Sox lead. 7. Listen.
Right field, number 25, Tony Conigliaro.
Fine hand for this young man. Nothing like he'll get next Monday when the Red Sox open in Boston. Ball one. He batted .243 this spring. He hit 4 home runs and drove a screwball specialist. Two down. Buford had his best season in 1968. He led the club in hitting. Harrelson looking up into the sun. And the Hawkman. Frank managed this winter. Tony Conigliaro making the catch out in right center field. There are 2 men out in the last of the... battles. Lonborg against Robinson. Frank hovers right in over the plate. He probably stands closer than anybody in the league, and he gets hit more than anybody, too. Yastrzemski is there, and he makes the catch. That's all in the first. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. At the end of 1, the Red Sox lead the Orioles. In Boston, there were 119. Tops in the American League, 182 at Detroit, 63 more than in Boston. There's a base hit for Russ Gibson. Frank Robinson throwing the ball in, and so with 1 out and 1 on, he's effective. He knows how to bunt, and he gets his share of base hits in his own way. And Powell tags him out as he works the sacrifice, and Davy Johnson will bat third. Mike Andrews is a step back on the grass at second. Outfield. Yastrzemski coming hard. Carl makes the catch. The Hawk coming in. Out, bases clean, second inning.
Ken, after 2, Cleveland and Detroit are tied 2-2. And Montreal in the National League is 2-0 over New York after 1.
Bad hop. Scott's got it. Yes, he is. Yep.
I remember Neil Mahoney talking about him 4 or 5 years ago as a kid, as a youngster, and boy, he is a good one.
Yes, gets his second hit as he strokes a single into center field. And he takes a wide turn as Blair throws it in. So he's 2 for 2, a double and a single. A base hit into center. Yastrzemski around third. Here's Blair's throw, and he is safe at home. Carl Yastrzemski comes in on...
The first time up, he had 2 good cuts at balls. Ken, he just missed, and he just missed the time before on this, on the pitch before this last one, and he looks great, I think.
He's on. The Hawk was going, and he's at second base. That is the second walk allowed by McNally, who's also thrown a wild pitch. And so, with men on first and second, Boston 2, Baltimore nothing. Really enjoying themselves on a perfect baseball day. Etchebarren batted .161 this spring. Gibson throws him out. Has hit one out. It's only 309 feet down the line.
Ken Belanger's home run, I think, hit that. There's a little pipe that runs out to left field there that must have just hit that.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Leonard. And Lonborg gets his first strikeout. So there are 2 men out in the third. Boston ahead 2-1. And little Don Buford comes up to the plate. He fouled out to Ken Harrelson in the first inning.
Ken, someone is throwing in the bullpen for the Red Sox. I don't know whether Lonborg might have hurt himself.
Well, you remember, John, a couple in long relief. That's it. Buford is on. Man on first base, and up now. Oh, we're going to see Darrell Johnson coming out. Blair is due. And it looks as though that's all we're going to have for Jim Lonborg today.
Ken,
we pause now 5 seconds for station identification.
Hang said, you better heat up. Looks like you might be going in the ball game. And evidently, Lonborg might have just hurt himself. Now, how badly, we don't know, of course. But this is quite a... But he looked like he was throwing the ball real well. It wasn't going to have any ideal day. It's warm. Looked like he was sweating very freely, perspiring very freely. And it's a shame because this kid has a fine arm. It looked like he was going to have a good day. So Lee Stang is coming on here.
Well, Jim gives him the ball and is now leaving as Lee Stang comes in to do the pitching. Stang has a fine overall record against the Orioles over the years. He used to get a lot of spots
against Baltimore clubs. High fly to Conigliaro. Easy 1-2-3 inning for Lee Stang, and after 4 complete, it's Boston 2, Baltimore 1.
The dugout, and I noticed he didn't get out to the mound too quickly. Sometimes you get out there and get a couple of extra tosses, and he could have very easily, but I'm glad it's, well, it isn't serious.
Tony gets his first hit of the 1969 season. Conigliaro singling to center field. So he's got a walk and a strikeout and a single today. 7th hit for the Red Sox. That one must feel
coming.
George Scott has popped up and walked. And it's Johnson to Belanger to Powell. 4-6-3 double play. Just like that, the inning's over. No runs, 1 hit, none left. And after 4.5, it is 2-1 Red Sox. Red Sox ahead 2-1. Petrocelli.
He got him. Swinging, he has walked and has singled to center field. Don Buford calling, and he makes the catch. Conigliaro. They attempted squeeze, and they have doubled him up, and that will take care of the 9th inning. They tried the squeeze play, and Belanger missed it, and they got Rettenmund coming down, and Sparky Lyle is out of trouble in the 9th and will go into extra innings on opening day. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on. At the end of 9, the result, Harrelson is on and Conigliaro is up. He has struck out, swinging, walked, singled to center, and flied to left. Tries to bunt, strike 1. This is the 10th inning, and it's 2-2. Drive to left center, Blair's back, and it is home run for Conigliaro. Tony Conigliaro has hit a 2-run home run in the 10th inning, and the Red Sox take a 4-2 lead. Oh, boy, what a story. What a story here. And look at him. Look at that boy as he's going into that dugout there. Oh, gee, Johnny.
What a way to break in, Ken.
It's storybook stuff. 1-1, I can't help but say it now, and I can only say what I was feeling. I was going, saying, I wonder if everybody's thinking what I'm thinking. What a spot this would be, and what a spot it was. If that had ever happened, they had 2 hits, and the big one, of course, was by Tony. Fly ball deep to left center. Smith over. Smith back. He leaps. He can't get it. It's a home run. The press box at Fenway is also here in Baltimore. There is ball 4. Tony Conigliaro gets a walk. So the Red Sox have a runner on first base. And Scott has a base hit into center. Conigliaro goes to second. So the Red Sox here in the 12th inning have runners at first and second. Last few minutes. 3 on and 1 out in the 12th of a 4-4 tie. Strike 1. Be a lot of late dinners in Baltimore tonight. Drive to right field. This is deep enough. Conigliaro backing up. Rettenman throws it in. Conigliaro scores, and Scott goes over to third as Dalton gets it done. A sacrifice fly hit deep to right field to score Tony. And the Red Sox lead 5-4 now in the 12th inning as Reggie Smith comes up with runners on first and third. Dalton got good wood to that one and came through with a sacrifice fly. Runners on first and third and 2 men out. And Reggie Smith is up. He's walked, grounded to short, single to right, fly to center, fouled out to the first baseman, popped up to third. Fly ball toward Blair. And he has it to retire the side. The Red Sox get a run. So Conigliaro, who came up with 2 runs, a 2-run homer for him in the 10th, scores the go-ahead run in the 12th inning. 1 run on 1 hit, and 2 men are left on. At the end of 11 1/2, Boston 5, Baltimore 4.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Boston, number 24, Juan Pizarro.
Left-hander Juan Pizarro is in to pitch for the Red Sox as we come into the last half of the 12th inning. The Red Sox lead the Orioles by a score of 5-4. Perhaps we're being a little repetitious in our recaps, but I know that many of you are probably in the process of arriving home from work, so we'll try to fill you in again briefly. Boston scored in the first on a walk to Smith, a single by Andrews, a double by Yastrzemski. They scored in the third on a single by Yastrzemski, who went to second on a wild pitch and scored on Harrelson's single. Belanger homered in the third for Baltimore, and they got another run across in the 8th inning, so they went into extra innings tied 2-2. In the top of the 10th, Conigliaro hit a 2-run homer to put Boston ahead 4-2. And then Frank Robinson got a 2-run homer in the last of the 10th to make it 4-4. And here we are now in the last of the 12th. Robinson is up again, facing Pizarro. Ball 1. Frank has 1 hit today, and that was the big one. 1-1. Each team has used 6 pitchers in this game. 2 balls and a strike. These fellows have faced each other in the Puerto Rican Winter League. High fly ball. Smith and Conigliaro converging, and it is caught out there. Well, Tony's got it. Throwing it in. Robinson flies to right. Conigliaro getting the putout. 1 away in the last of the 12th. And Merv Rettenman, who went into this game as a pinch runner in the 9th inning for Powell, is up. He doubled into the left field corner in the 10th inning. Ball 1. Rettenman had a fine year with Rochester a year ago. He fouls this off. He had 22 home runs for them. He led the International League in hitting with 331, in runs with 104. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2, 2-1. Foul ball upstairs, 2-2 the count. Brooks Robinson is on deck. Fly ball towards Smith. Reggie waiting. 2 out in the 12th. And the batter, Robinson. He is popped to first, flied to right, lined to center, sacrificed, and had an intentional walk.
Number 5, Brooks Robinson.
That goes past everything, and as they say, if you're going to do it, that's the time. Ball 1. Ball 2. Two and 1. Johnson on deck. Scott over to Harrelson, and the Red Sox take it in 12 innings by a score of 5-4 in a truly remarkable opening game victory. Juan Pizarro getting a save coming off. Bill Landis getting credit for the win in what has been really a storybook ball game for the Boston Red Sox. Tony Conigliaro being congratulated by his mates as he heads in. So that's the story. The Red Sox 5, Baltimore 4 in 12 innings, and we'll be back with a recap for you in just a moment.
The winning pitcher.